Group closely happened events into one group followed by numbering. A certain database table stores multiple events of users, and after sorting one user's events by time, it looks like this. Now we need to add a calculated column of session ID. Take the first event as a checkpoint, with session ID 1. If the new event happened within 7 days from the checkpoint, the session ID remains unchanged. If the new event was greater than 7 days from the checkpoint, the session ID would be incremented, and the checkpoint would be reset to that event. Continue to follow this pattern and keep the session ID unchanged or increasing. It can be implemented using a loop structure and logical judgments, but SQL is not good at procedural syntax, and it is difficult to handle complex logical judgments in loops. SPL supports complete procedural syntax, and can handle complex logical judgments in loops. A1 uses the query function to query events of a user from the database. A2 sets variables. D is the checkpoint date, with the initial value being the date of the first event. S is a variable for session ID, with an initial value of 1. A3 uses the derive function to add a calculated column for session ID. When the difference between the current record date and the checkpoint date is greater than 7 days, the checkpoint date is reset to the current record date, and S is incremented by 1. S plus equals X is equivalent to S equals S plus X. The first parameter of the if function is a Boolean expression, the second parameter is the result returned when the Boolean expression is true, and the third parameter is the result returned when it is false, and the default value is null. There are more examples of SPL. Welcome to like and follow.